So, good morning, my all dear students, class 9. So, here I have brought chapter 5, the fundamental units of life, cell, science, part 1. This is the basic introduction about the chapter. I hope you will enjoy. Let's begin. Let's start with first that who had invented the cell. So here you can see the image of scientist Robert Hooke. So cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665, almost 400 years back. He observed a thin slice of cork under his self-designed microscope. Now you must be aware about the object which is called the microscope. Micro, that means so small. So the instrument which is used to study and observe very tiny particles or the organisms or the cell is known as microscope. This slice of cork resembles the structure of honeycomb, consisting of small compartments. He named these small compartments as cell. So this way first he identify the structural and functional unit of the life which we call cell. So here is the image of Robert Hooke's microscope. How did it appear and how it was working. So you can see it is very old instrument, not much with the more technology use, but still at that time 400 years back it was much useful to identify first cell by Robert Hooke. Now Robert observed the cork cell which was resembling more like a honeycomb. Now cork comes from the bark of the tree. Let's see what are the unicellular organism. Now you break the word uni plus cellular. Uni means single, cellular means cell. So the organism with single cell or one cell are called unicellular organism. Here in the image you can see the figures of amoeba and chlamydomonas. These both organisms are unicellular organisms. Multicellular organism. So again break the word multi, that means more or many, cellular. So organisms with more than one cells or millions of cells are known as multicellular organisms. Here are the examples. Examples are animals, fungus and plants. Now, different types of cells which are present in human body. The first image is of the nerve cell. It is the only cell in entire human body which is visible through naked eyes. Second image is of fat cell. Third is bone cell. How does bone cell look? Fourth is the sperm cell which is present in the semen in the male. Sperm is the part of male reproductive cell system. Fifth image you can see is blood cells. These are the images of red blood cells, RBC. And sixth image is of ovum, or you can say it is egg. It is the part of female reproductive system. So here are the different cells in human body and how do they look. So let's begin. What is cell? So here you can see the basic structure of cell. You can see in the center there is a nucleus which is also known as brain of the cell. You can see Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, green color chloroplast, mitochondria, liposomes. Also, you can see the cell membrane and all these cell organelles which are lying within the cytoplasm. So, a cell is the smallest unit that is capable of performing all the life functions. So, this is the basic definition of cell. Cell. The shape and the size of cells are related to the specific function they perform. Each living cell has the capacity to perform certain basic functions. Suppose a nerve cell is mainly working for the message transfer from one organ to the other organ, or from organ to the brain, or from the brain to the muscle cell. Second example, sperm cell or the ovum. These two are the specialized cells which are mainly involved with the reproductive part of human being. So, each living cell has the capacity to perform certain basic functions and specific functions. Cell contains specific components called organelles. Each kind of cell organelles performs a special function. So, within a cell, cell organelle is assigned with special task. All cells are found to have same organelles irrespective of their functions and which organism they are found in. So, basic cell organelles like nucleus, chloroplast, cytoplasm, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum. So, these are the basic cell organelles which might be present or which are present in rest of all cell types irrespective of their functions. Let's talk about cell membrane or plasma membrane. So, cell membrane, a membrane which surrounds the cell, which is also known as plasma membrane, a typical eukaryotic cell. Now, let me tell you what do you mean by eukaryotic cell. A cell which have proper nucleus, cell membrane and rest all cell organelle or well-defined nuclear material is known as eukaryotic cell. But a cell with primitive type of nucleus and normal cell membrane without much cell organelle is called the prokaryotic cell. So, prokaryotic cells are the primitive types of cell without well-defined functions. At the same time, eukaryotic cells are well-advanced type of cells with well-defined functions and more cell organelles. So, let's discuss what do you mean by cell membrane. It is the outermost covering of the cell that separates the contents of the cell from the external environment. So, it basically separates cell from the outer environment. It allows the entry and the exit of the materials in and out of the cell. So, you can say that it works as a door or entry or exit point. It also prevents the movement of some other materials and it is therefore called selectively permeable membrane. Now, this is very important question that why the cell membrane act as selectively permeable membrane. That means it allows specific type of material to enter inside the cell or to exit outside the cell. So, it is highly selective for the molecules which are going to enter or exit the cell. It will choose which materials cell needs and which materials to be removed from the cell. So the plasma membrane is flexible and is made up of organic molecules like proteins and lipids. The first part of chapter 5, the fundamental units of life, in which we have so far discussed about what is cell and who has invented it and what are the basic constituents of the cell. Now, further, more details about this chapter we will discuss for the part 2. Thank you.